Hi, welcome to the garden. My name is Ruth and this is Fae Hollow Homestead. Today I am doing everything I can in order to make sure that the soil in my garden is healthy. Now I put compost in there. It was straight up aged manure, composted manure when I first made those beds, and every year since then I've been putting on duck poop water, and I've been putting on rotting leaf mold, and that is a really good way to keep the soil health going in your garden. Well, I found where the chickens are hiding. I cut everybody's feathers the other day and I stuck them all in there, and there's a couple that are still getting out and they're roosting over where they used to roost, and I just bring them back over there. They'll get used to it for a while, but there's like 3 that I haven't been able to clip their feathers on. I found them. I know where they're roosting at night. There they are. What's going on with that one? He's like, get away from me. Okay, so those are really good things for the garden, but every time you plant plants in the garden, they use up the nutrients in the soil. And so if you're planting a spring crop, a summer crop, and a fall crop, one rotation is going to deplete your soil. And so you're going to have to try to rebuild that soil. Now, me and my ignorance of, not doing this for forever and relying mostly on research and trying some pretty new things that are a little bit outside the box that I don't see a lot of people trying everywhere. But I have been using leaf mold because I have heard people swear by it. Now, the people that I've heard swear by it have been master gardeners, which I'm the master gardener group that I was part of. I don't do stuff with them anymore, but I went through the whole thing. And I was one. And so they said leaf mold all the way. And I was like, I wonder about that. And so I researched it and I looked into all these papers, and I found out, you know what? Yes, leaf mold is really good, especially once it starts decomposing. It goes from a fungal-based compost into a bacterial-based compost, which is exactly what your vegetable, your annuals are going to really want. Now, I failed to notice that all the researching that I was doing happened to come from the same type of source. And these were people using leaf mold in their garden as a mulch all throughout the year, and that's what I was going for. So these are the articles I was reading, and I failed to notice that these people are all in the tropics. Now, 1-year-old leaf mold, 1-year-old decomposing leaf mold in the tropics is completely different than 1-year-old leaf mold decomposing here in a temperate climate like Shenandoah Valley, Virginia. It's going to take twice as long for the leaf mold here to decompose the way that it needs to and really start adding nutrients to the soil. So yes, completely good to do it where they were doing it and the amount of time that I saw, but I didn't see that they were in the tropics. And so what you want here is 2-year-old leaf mold. And so if you put 1-year-old decomposing leaf mold on your garden beds, I found this out the hard way, it actually depletes nutrients in your beds. And I can't even tell you how heartbroken I was when I found this out, because it kind of all makes sense now. Things have just not been thriving, and I was assuming it was the voles, but it's got to be the leaf mold too. It's got to be a twofold thing there. So I went outside the box. I tried something different. I researched it, thought I was doing the right thing, researched more. You can never research too much, and found out that I should be doing it on a 2-year cycle. So the stuff that I have on there right now is great for next year. So I'm just going to leave it on, but I'm going to dose this garden up with a whole ton load of nutrients. So I've got organic garden tone. I've got comfrey tea. I've got duck poop water, and I've got fish fertilizer, whatever stuff, organic, pasty grossness. And then I have a mycoblast, which is a mycorrhizal fungi inoculant. And so I'm going to be putting all that on and just drenching the whole garden with it. And hopefully then the fall garden is going to be even better than the summer garden was, because I'm getting ready to put those vegetable starts in the next 2 or 3 days. We've just been having like a super hot spell, and those vegetable starts are ready to go. Planting things like Brussels sprouts and cauliflower and broccoli, and oh, I've got a really cool thing that I made to go over top of my brassicas, because what I had going on before was not tall enough and it was smothering them. And since it didn't fit right, the moths were able to get underneath. So I'll show you how I make that. It cost me $10 to make a huge frame that's a static frame that I can just set over the brassicas. I won't have to keep readjusting it. I'm really excited about it. I made it the size of my beds. Well, I'm going to make it. I'm going to show you how I do it. So now I've got this wonderful stuff, and I'm just going to be dosing my whole garden because, I mean, I'm getting a ton of produce off it. It's not terrible, but it's not abundant. You know, it's not abundant, and I want it to be abundant. So this is a really beautiful part of the garden. I gotta walk through it though, and it's a little bit difficult because this Joe Pyeweed is so heavy with blooms on top, and not only that, but there's all these bees that are sleeping on it. I don't want to mess with them, and I'm going to be making a lot of trips. And I mean, doesn't that just look romantic? I think that just looks so romantic. I don't want to do that. Look at these beautiful red noodle beans, purple noodle beans. You know what I mean. Okay, so I guess maybe I'll just hop over. So this is the duck poop water. This comes from this hose, travels down from the duck pond, which is up there. So what I'm gonna do, okay, let's do it this way. So I got this. Okay, so here's my duck water. Here's my comfrey tea that I've been soaking for about 6 months now. I put comfrey leaves in here. As you can see, they are pretty much straight up gross at this point, right? I mean, that's disgusting, but I mean, this is super healthy stuff going on here. And what I'll do is I'll take all of this comfrey that's inside, and I'm going to set that right there. And then once I'm done doing all this, I'll put that in the compost. This is super concentrated. I mean, I filled the entire bucket with the comfrey leaves and just put water on top of it, and filled in all the empty spaces with the water. So this is very concentrated, and my hands are gonna stink so bad. So I'm gonna just put like 2 of these per 5 gallons. Maybe 3. I mean, we're at rehabilitation stage right now, right? Okay, so I've got that in there. Let me pour some in there. And that's gonna be my mix that I water all the beds with. I'm just gonna water everything. And the beds will hopefully drink up this new concoction and absolutely love it. And I should stir this, shouldn't I? I should definitely stir this. Okay, I've got 3 little pulls as a whisk. I do not want to stick my hand in that. Put some duck poop water and comfrey tea. I mean, that's some foul smelling stuff right there. Okay, so that's all out. And I am just going to water the beds with this and make it nice and even. And so everything that is being poured onto these beds right now is rehabilitating that soil in a dramatic way. And it's going to sit there for a little while before I put my new vegetable starts in. And everything will be good. So I'm just going to keep filling this up over and over and over again. Oh my goodness, it's so hot out here. It's like 96 degrees in the evening. It's ridiculous. And so I'm going to be filling this up over and over and over again and just watering everything, pouring from that 5-gallon bucket into here, and that's going to help a lot. So, and when the stuff that you're putting on your garden smells like an old decaying diaper left in a teenage boy's gym bag, you know that the garden's gonna love it. But ew, ew. Okay, so I'm out here and I'm thinking about it more, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that garden tone and I'm just gonna sprinkle it along the beds, and then I'm gonna water in the compost tea and the duck poop water, and kind of get that garden tone into the beds a little bit more that way. And so I'm gonna sprinkle here real quick, and I'm gonna sprinkle the rest, and then I'm gonna put the compost on, the compost water, the stinky water, vapor water, sweat bag. Ew. Well, good afternoon again. So it took a long time to do this stuff yesterday. I had stuff I was doing in town yesterday, and so I wasn't able to get out to the garden till later, which was kind of nice because it was so hot. But I'm on my way out there again, and I just wanted to show you, look at these little sunflowers. They are 12 inches tall. This is my teddy bear sunflower. And I just wanted to show you. They're the delight of my life right now. Gonna have to put some fertilizer on those peppers, I think. Changed up my summer stuff for some fall things, and gave all of my herbs quite the trim the other day, and so things are looking a little bit more bare. But look at these teddy bear sunflowers. Are they not the cutest, sweetest things you've ever seen? And look at, they're like 12 inches tall. Maybe 16 inches, but that's about it. They're so cute, and the bees love them. So it is like, if you can tell, I am sweating already. I've been out a few times already, look after the animals and stuff like that, but oh my goodness, it is 95 degrees right now. 95, and we haven't had rain in a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, and even then it was just like a little bit. But oh my goodness, it's like this hot, sticky, humid, oppressive heat. And I mean, I love the garden in the summertime, but I'm also excited about rain in the summertime. These goats. Okay, so I've got to finish watering the garden. get all these good nutrients on it, because there is a chance. The weatherman says that we should have rain in the next 20 minutes maybe, or at least today. There's a 50% chance of rain. And then there's a 50% chance of rain every day following today as well, all the way through Sunday. So getting these nutrients on right now, that rain is going to soak them into the garden beds and just make things really come alive a lot better. Update on the bunny. Sawyer got the bunny. I don't have to worry about that bunny anymore. I mean, yeah, it's a little sad, but Bunny was eating all my stuff, so I chased it out several times, kept coming back. At this point, Bunny had to go. I spread out all of the garden tone last night, got it done, had just enough to go under all of the plants and in all the beds that I wanted to. So now I get to just water it in. Joy, diaper, gym bag, water, woohoo! Turning into a Garth Brooks song out here. The thunder rolls. It's starting to rain. I don't think I've ever been so thankful for rain in my life. There's a turkey in my garden. Yeah, that's not allowed. Whew. I know this is not a good look for me, I'm just gonna say right now, but it is so hot out here. Oh, okay, so I finished doing the garden beds, and now I'm out getting some dill for some fermenting that I'm gonna do. Oh, and man, oh, it is so hot. If I don't go in soon, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to get a heat stroke. Even with the rain, this is ridiculous. So I'm going to grab my dill. Look at this butterfly. Do you see him? Not afraid at all. He's not afraid. Of course I want to. Anyway, I'm going to get the dill. I'm going to go in and not die. Oh my goodness. Standing on the oh my goodness, I'm so red. Standing on the kiwis. It's like a 10-degree difference. Okay, well I got my dill. I got some more outside the house. I'm just gonna go. Oh no, that's why I went in the food forest. Why did I go? I went because I needed grape leaves. I need 4 grape leaves for my fermentation. Grape leaves create tannins. The tannins help keep vegetables crisp. So you could also use oak leaves, like from an oak tree, like legitimately from like your yard. If you have a great oak that you, I don't know why I said it like that. If you have a great oak that you love and cherish, any oak leaves work. Okay, so I got my dill, but I just wanted to leave with this. that I just recently learned. And My Gardener, if you haven't looked them up, look them up, they're really good. They just did a video about this. I mean, I guess we're all kind of in the same mode because we're all gardeners. We're all going to be doing the same things at the same time. But he just talked about nematodes and how if you have really good soil, the risk of having nematode problems is reduced by 70% or something like that. It was ridiculous, and it's hard to get rid of nematodes once you have them, and you do not want them. That's one of the reasons why I plant marigolds. It's a preventative, but keeping that health of your soil up really high is going to be the main preventative that you can do. So hopefully that'll do a lot. I didn't put my fish fertilizer in yet. I'm going to wait a couple of days and then I'm going to put those in. I might even put that in like as I'm putting the plants in that first watering. I'll have fish fertilizer in there with it. I don't know, we'll see. But I gotta go to work. I gotta finish fermenting. And so I'm gonna sign off. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Please hit that like button, the notification bell, the subscription button, all those wonderful things. And you guys stay blessed.